Chapter 18. It all comes down to this. The Ashen army pours into your realm through dozens of portals, but your eyes are drawn to the sky, and the sky to a dragon carrying the Empress on its back. What in the sunken hells? That's the beast I told you about, around. You neglected to mention it can fly. That's what you're fixated on? Wait, it's... The dragon swoops across the battlefield and somehow locks eyes with you. There's nothing familiar in that icy gaze, and yet... What is it, Elvon? Use the hand to your chest, where magic pulses as if recognizing something. The dragon's glowing heart burns your eyes. You swear a single crystalline tear falls from the dragon's glowing eyes as it watches you. Then it pivots on one wing, deliberately turning the Empress away from you. It's Valix. The dragon? That's what she saw when I drew the dream essence at her the first time she attacked us. Her nightmare is her dragon form. That will be less profound when we're burned to a crisp. Kills him. Valix dives toward the medical tents, jaws stretched wide. A torrent of black flames spews out, lighting the tents on fire and scattering the priests. We have to stop her. She's not our only problem. You follow Terrell's gaze to the largest portal. Ashen soldiers march through it, shadow panthers racing along beside them, while griffins fly above. How are we supposed to fight those? Panic voices rise up around you. The door puts her hand on your shoulder and gives you a gentle but empathetic shove forward. I think your troops could use some encouragement, Elvon. Everyone, look at everything we accomplished. I know you see an overwhelming force bent on our destruction, but imagine what they can see. Imagine what they see as they look at us. Dwarves and elves and goblins, orcs and humans marching side by side, willing to fight and die to protect each other. The Light Realm has never seen an army like ours. Damn right it hasn't. The Ashen serve by conscription. We are fighting to defend our home. Ask yourself, who's gonna try harder? The ground begins to stir. Standing taller, they turn to face the onslaught. They raise their weapons in the air, cheering loudly. People of Morella, elves of Undermount, dwarves of Ceradon, orcs of Flotilla, goblins of Deadwood. Together, we fight. As your army gets into formation, Hoonish rushes up to you, clicking nervously. You can't come with me, buddy. It's too dangerous. I know your fears, but I don't want you to get hurt. Find Cade. Protect him for me, okay? Rudolph nibbles your leg in reluctant agreement, then races off, half hopping, half flying. What should we do, Elrond? You look up, relieved to see Valix still circling high above the battle. The Emperor still astride her, surveying the field with a cold but casual gaze. We need to take out as much of the army as we can before the Empress decides to get involved. You scan the horizon as you push forward to the front through the crowd of soldiers looking over the Ashen forces from your spot on the hill. When... Look out. You spin around just in time to see a group of griffins swoop in from above, one coming right for you, with claws out. You barely have time to think as you control a rolling ball of flame in your hand and hurl it right at the griffin. Why don't we turn up the heat? The fireball explodes as it strikes the griffin, consuming it entirely. Screeching, it crashes straight into another griffin, sending them both spiraling to the ground. The elves from the line to meet the Ashen army head on. More griffins are soaring overhead, aiming for your force's flank. Erwin, you move around to spot Cade in the middle of a group of soldiers, keeping Lula hovering beside his head. What are you doing up here? It isn't safe. You can't take that rod from that soldier. That's how they control the griffins. He scanned the opposing army, easily spotting the soldier holding a ruby across the rod above his head. Forward. I'll handle this. You all get back to where you're safe. When a final glance back at them, push forward. Keep your eyes trained on the soldier, do not eat the rod. About to set off when Mal grabs her shoulder. Now, where do you think you're going, Kip? To do sneaky stuff? Not really that shiny, you're not. He presses a rune just over your heart, and the glowing gold delves to an almost earthy brass. Stealth mode. My idea, of course. Thanks, Mal. You weave through the battle to your behind the soldier, and in practice ease, you snatch the rod from his hands. What the? I'll take that. As the nearby soldiers turn to attack, you raise the rod above your head and shout, "Attack the Ashen Army!" The griffins whirl obediently, diving toward the soldiers surrounding you. But as you make a run for your forces, the rod is knocked from your hand. As the rush of wind from the griffins recedes, a chill runs up your spine. Shadow pours from the portal, choking the clouds above. But before you can decide what to do, heads up everyone. It's a big one coming. Nia, get behind me. I can do it myself, everyone. I know I can. Nia, you can cast spells from behind me. If you get hurt, your shadow form. You spin around to see an enormous creature stopping through the portal with a force that shakes the ground. Great. Now's an org. Like, we don't have enough problems. The beast charges, each step a sharp wave beneath your feet as it reaches out to sweep you and Nia up with one giant hand. Nia, Erwan. Aaron comes out of nowhere, yanking the two of you behind a fallen tree, bashing you both against the trunk, and in the process, Nia blinks, looking dazed. Your hands are on her head, braced for deathly gray to overtake her cheeks, but the color to leave her face. You didn't hear. You stayed. You didn't hear. You stayed you. What are you talking about, Avant? Stayed you. You can tell she almost doesn't say it, as tears fill her eyes, frustration spilling out. I saw a shadow in me, Aaron. He left it in me. You left it in me. I know you think I'm vulnerable. I'm weak. But I'm not. Not anymore. You can see her bright eyes dimming to inky black as Aaron looks at her, then at you. Nia, that's not. I'm sorry, Nia, for everything I did. But you should know, the Dreadlord didn't want me to take you because you were vulnerable, kind, or trusting. It's because you were one of the most powerful magic users he'd ever seen. Really? He was frightened of what you'd be if he couldn't control you. But you could deal with Shadow if you chose to. If you so choose. The air boundary crackles with magic as Nia rises from behind the fallen tree, wrapped in ruin in her eyes. Thank you, Aaron. Nia, what are you gonna do? Kick its ass. A rolling ball of yellow and purple magic begins to swirl in perfect spear between her fingers as she stares down at the giant orc. Hold it off for a few more seconds, I want. And don't move. Using the light around you, you bind a creature in place the way Tabo taught you. So I've never tried to hold anything this big before. The orc snarls, and his leg twitches forward, pushing past your magic. I said, don't move. Light magic flares around you, and the creature remains locked in place, but you can feel your control slipping. Yeah. Ready. Nia raises her hands, a shiny spear pulsing between them, like an orb of light, but different. Shadow swirls from the portals, forming a vortex around Nia's glowing form. The moment the first tendril shadow touches light, both completely vanish. Nia draws her whole body forward, and there's an ear-shattering concussive sound as the orc stumbles back from a mighty visible blow. The orc begins to petrify in front of your eyes. Its heavy limbs turn to stone until the whole beast crumbles to pieces. Nia, you did it. Now you see the power that was always waiting inside of you. The darkness retreats from it as Nia blushes at the compliment and the cheers from the army. I just needed some help accepting myself as I am. I told you that you'd always been strong enough. Hal comes racing up to you, with Ren right behind him. I'll turn up to group therapy session, but I ordered damage to the trees. Before you knock them down, we could direct Ashen to the forest, make them easy pickings for the thieves' guilds, fairy shadow, etc. I was gonna just sneak off and do it myself, but I thought this might be the time for some teamwork. What's the saying? The more thieves, the merrier. Then the rest of the army can cover us. We sneak in and break the trees down. Mal leading the charge, you respawn strike team of thieves slip silently off to the side and over to the damaged copse of trees. The only problem is... So, how exactly were you planning to knock them down? Just let me make some saws. Have you got any chain weapons or garrote wire? What do you think? Huh? You made Antonio so happy. You collect other garrote wires and chain weapons you can find and suspend them between makeshift wooden handles, creating impromptu rope shots. Focus on the damage sections. Then direct some of the other thieves to another heap of wounded tree. Then direct some of the other thieves to another heap of wounded wood, and see that every tree has toppled over and crashed to the ground. Down they go. Clever. With a smirk, Ren raises one arm in the air, and you watch the thieves' guild completely disappear into the brush. Then, oh, they're everywhere. Should have known better than to mess with the Reapers. Should have known better than to mess with us. You give Mal's shoulder a squeeze, then raise over to Mtora, who's standing with the dwarves, her hands raised to her mouth. Fire! Her bellow carries across the water, and the cannons of the Orchid's fleet boom out. Cedra stands watching, looking puzzled. Why did they use gunpowder? What else would they be using? Dwarf explosions, obviously. They pack way more of a punch. We can even make the cannonballs to have magical effects. Then why aren't we doing that? Cedra gestures to the massive fighting between all three of you, and the ships. I don't think I can get through that. Not alone, at least. Abendor and Cedra turned orcs' cannons into chemical ones to deal an extra blow to the Ashen army. Lead the group of dwarves toward the coast, or to find a contingent of Ashen soldiers blocking your path. Dora, it's up to us to carve a path to the ships. It is having my birthday. Let me know if you need a hand. Or a bomb. Let's go get him. Let's blow them up. Cedra tosses both you and Tora a bottle full rolling orange liquid. Just pop the cork and draw my something you want to explode. You dump the cork off your bottle and hurl it at the group of soldiers. The thunderous boom as the liquid suddenly expands, then explodes, sending the ashen soldiers scrambling. Let's go. Below the deck from Tora's ship, Cedra takes charge. The other dwarves awaiting her orders. Do you have any hollow cannonballs? A few dozen, yes. Don't just stand there. Bring them over. As the orcs run to obey, Cedra unpacks an array of vials and thick glass jars full of a rainbow's assortment of liquids and powders. So, what sort of effects do you want these cannonballs to have? I can freeze people in place, make them confused, and make them fire that's really hard to put out. Or burn them. Can't beat the original. Let's see. We're gonna need the red bottle and the gold bottle. And a lot of that modified gunpowder. Is it gonna blow up my ship, is it? I'm almost certain it won't. We've had worse odds. On Cedra's careful direction, the dwarves begin to fill the cannonballs while the orcs load them into cannons. If this goes sideways, someone's getting me a new ship. Let's hope that's the biggest problem we have when this is over. Don't worry, nothing's gonna go wrong. Just pick you want to hit and light the fuse. An orc comes forward and hands you a piece of wood with a flame dancing down the end. You gaze out the battlefield. Target the monsters. The orcs adjust the position of the cannon and you light the fuse. Fire. The cannonballs crash into the ground with the monsters, setting them alight. Their singed tails whoop against each other as they run away in panic. Really glad you're on our side, Cedra. The gathered orcs cheer as more modified cannonballs wreak havoc on your enemies. Skull Crusher slaps Cedra on the shoulder. Where do I get more of these? Okay, bring me more empty cannonballs and I'll keep filling them. Tora turns to look over at the dwarf she dreaded in the market. Listen, I'm sorry about... Don't sweat it. Next time, I'll pick you up. She jerks her head over her shoulder to a severed arm contraption on her back. Oh, we're gonna be friends. So, you're good here for a bit? If you try to take her away from us, I'll fight you. Save that energy for the bad guys. And Dora claps her on the back as you both head for a railing. Ready to get back to the battle? You pull into a fierce hug that nearly knocks her off her feet. You were getting stronger then, right? I think I'm just motivated. She pulls away just enough to look you up and down. Nah, you're definitely stronger. Let's go see. As the battle rages on, your forces hold their own with the Ashen Army, giving no ground. We might actually win this. Why did I say that? Felix, still in her dragon form, swoops down close to the battle. On her back, the Empress raises both hands. Did you miss me, Walker? Kinda. Shadow flows from her like a tidal wave, blotting out the sky. They consume with the darkness. Your soldiers cry out in panic. You fling up your hand so when magic flow up to the sky, forming a stunning open flight. I can see. You do it a second time, and a third, and illumination washes over the battlefield, making it easy to spy your allies. That's better. The god was falling beside you, the air around them practically glowing as the grass and the water leaped to their aid. Willow, we said you were all feeling ill. No longer. The earth calls us to battle. Willow waves a hand, and a half-dozen goblins make one synchronized gesture that banishes darkness hanging above. Who the whimsy would? But then Valley stabs low and scowls in front of your army with flames. Screams fill the air, and the Empress laughs. That's right. Fine. Run before me. That false god should have. We need to fall back. To where? You close your eyes, focus on the sound of the battlefield, joining some of the silence behind you, where the camp stands empty. We should retreat toward the camp, so the Ashen soldiers haven't gotten there yet. Good thinking. As your forces charge toward the camp, you remember the mirror you got in the Shadow Realm. Pulling it from your bag, you hold it up. Let's see how this works. Is there an incantation or something? But no matter how you turn it, it just looks like an ordinary mirror. You struggle to fight your panic, imagine the worst that could happen. I hope everyone's alright. And suddenly, vision of all your friends appears right in front of you. Oh, I just have to picture it. You concentrate, forming an image in your mind. I might get a decoy on me. The reflection blurs and shifts as you see the illusion take form. Masses of your troops charging across the field toward the southern woods. Follow them. The left flank of the Ashen army peels off, chasing the illusion. Their forces due south as your actual army retreats to the camp. Nice. As the majority of your forces retreat, the priests of the Temple of the Light struggle to keep up, having to stop and tend to the wounds of the injured. Quickly, we must move. I can't. Die, their walkers come. An Ashen soldier raises his sword. Before he can strike, a silver chandelier smashes as a silver cylinder smashes into his helmet and explodes in shower sparks. I thought you could use your hand. Always. Aaron pulls a handful of small metallic beads in his pocket. With a wicked grin, he flings around a group of soldiers, heading right for the priest. But look. Every Ashen soldier they strike jerks as they're electrocuted before slumping to the ground. Nice trick. I have a few. Then another soldier is on you, and Aaron draws his sword. Help the priest. I forgot this. You jump to the side of the nearest injured soldier, placing your hand over a gash in their side. Start to focus on healing amid the chaos of the battlefield. You force yourself to only see the injury in front of you. Okay, just like you taught me. Magic stirs, and you carefully stitch the wound together using light magic. Thank you. You're just reaching the edge of the camp when a skeletal dragon lands behind you. The Empress leaps from her back. Walker. We meet again. My name is Elwand. Surrender to me, and I shall give you a quick death, for that is the only mercy you shall receive. We shall never surrender. Good. I won't take my time. The Empress lashes out at your forces, but Valx's draconic form stands alone, still, making no move to attack. Elves, get the dragon. Wait, it's too late. The elves attack as a unit, freezing Valx's legs to the ground, rise, while another binds her with searing light. She was in pain, trashed in an attempt to free herself, but only serves to reveal the glowing orb beneath her ribs. Strike there! An elf summons a lance of light, and Valx's eyes widen in fear as the mage hurls the lance right at her heart. Die, beast. Stop. Tyrell leaps in front of Alex, catching a lance of light in midair. Glenn explodes in his hand, hurling to the muddy ground. Tyrell! He groans in pain, but still manages to lift himself to touch the glowing head of the dragon. You don't have to harm these people, Alex. I know your mother told you to, but please. You can't see the magic working, but you swear he's bound the world's stillness in this moment, so it's only him, you, and a great beast he called your friend. Ask yourself if there's a kinder way to get what you want. A better life for those we love rarely begins with death. The death of others. The great dragon looks from Tyrell to you, and suddenly begins to twist. The jagged bones shrink and read. Then Alex stands before you. A wand. Alex stares at you in helpless agony, and you hardly even hear Tyrell or the elves to another part of the battlefield. I couldn't do it, and not even for the good of my people. Couldn't do what? I couldn't hurt you, or your ridiculous companions. She heaves out a shuddering breath, looking lost, somehow at the same time, as if she finally found some part of herself. You're my only friends. It doesn't have to be like this. All this pain and death. All this hate. I stopped fighting for you. I stopped fighting you. Isn't that enough? Felix, you know this isn't right. Since the beginning, since the very moment I met you, I've seen it. You understand. You understand. You know your mother is wrong. Part of you has always felt it, right? Some spark inside a piece of you she didn't make. A piece that's all you. You can see the truth of your words in her eyes. That piece, it feels broken. Fragile. That's your conscience. That's your conscience, Alex. And it's a strength. Alex's face hardened, and a look you come to recognize less as anger and more as determination. You're right, and this must end. She turns and rushes at the Empress, sending out a blast of magic that clears a path right to her. What are you doing, Alex? I didn't give you permission to take this form. She doesn't need your permission anymore. If you can't see that this war must stop, I'll make you stop. You stupid girl. You think you can stand against me? I put you together piece by piece. I could take you apart the same way. Instead of responding, Alex lashes out with shadow magic, shattering the earth at her mother's feet. I am more than what you made me. He spread rage or wrath or ruin, but instead the Empress only laughs. You poor, foolish children. With an almost careless gesture, strips a boulder from the earth and hurls it right at you. Letting your rage at the Empress fill you, you lash out with a dart of shadow, exploding the boulder into dust. Is that? Your daughter's taught me a few tricks. All around you, battle rages on, but the Empress has her eyes fixed on you, Alex, and the rest of the troops give you a wide berth. You rush forward, grim, with determination, letting out a vicious battle cry. Say that this swarm. A slithering coil of shadow strikes out at you, lightning quick and icy cold. You brace yourself for the impact, but then you feel the armor your friends made come to life around you. Oh. It absorbs a wave of darkness, filling you with the kind of warmth that makes you sure you can do impossible things. Hey, Ashley. What did you just call me? What's this? You close your fist and thrust your body forward, releasing an invisible blast that knocks her off her feet. Rose smirks and spins her glaive into position as her mother picks herself up off the ground. Now where were we? You both advance, only for an ink-colored barrier to erupt in front of you. Coward. If you truly think you could beat me, the sword should be no issue, should it, my child? We can't break through the front. We need a different approach. Now you see me? Shadows spring up all around Alex, allowing you to easily slip into them, disappear from the Empress's view. Where did he? No, you don't. You flip from one sheltered bit of cover to the next, slowly working your way around until you're behind the Empress. And that's my chance. A little stab of silver lake and vines burst from the ground. They curl around the Empress's arms, trapping her in place. She smashed the pointed end of your staff into her face. Strips free of the vines, the blood drips down her cheekbone as rage fills her gaze. That was for Alex. Soldiers, kill my traitorous daughter, her vile conspirers. The wide breath that Ashen Army was giving you instantly closes as it moved close in from all sides, cutting you off from the Empress. There's too many. Isn't it unfortunate? Isn't it fortunate we're here then? Terrifying is the story, surrounding the Ashen Army with cold disinterest. Yonder, Myra stands with both hands raised, a wall of shadows springing up to block the charging soldiers. Thanks for the save. It'd be even more impressive if Isidore were pitching it. Yes, and we'll hold this part of the army back. Don't dwell though. Yet my powers are limitless. Isidore raises one hand, and you see the barrier become more opaque. Dearest, please. Isidore sighs. Oh, fine. She brings up her hand. She brings up her other hand and synchronizes gesture with her partner. The wall suddenly rides. Tentacles bursting forth from it to sweep up the Ashen soldiers and pull them into the shadowy abyss. Are you happy? Yes, my love. Isidore's trying to hide it. She's clearly pleased with herself. Now it turns to you. Go. Take the Empress out. But even with the Shadow Court's help, Seal soldiers still separates you from your quarry. How are we supposed to get to them? How are we supposed to get to her? We don't have to fight them all. We can still reach her from there. My dragon form can help her army by destroying them. Most of my soldiers aren't following her by choice. I know you want to protect your people, but when your fire hurts them, I have more than one kind of fire in my dragon form. I can make them sleep or keep them calm. If I ever used it on shadow creatures, I'm sure it will work. Except, I never changed what my mother managed to help me. Then the determination returns to her face. She reaches out, one hand clasping yours. I never felt strong enough to try my own, but you're on my side. I believe I can do it. Oh, Valix transforms into a dragon, takes to the skies on her back to subdue the Ashen forces. Valix takes a deep breath, obviously trying to calm herself, but her entire body trembles with nerves until you squeeze her shoulder. You can do this. For yourself. I don't care who made you. This is your body and your power. No one controls you but you. Valix nods, shaking her hands a few more times before closing her eyes. Forehead decreased concentration. You can do this. I know you can. I can do this. Suddenly, magic lashes through the air. Her body twists and grows. Bones blowing outward, until finally, the massive skeletal dragon stands before you once more. She lowers her head, offering you the back of her neck. Don't be shy now. Her voice is the same, somehow, only a little deeper, like a storm looks beneath her words. You hook a hand around one of her horns and climb onto her back. Once you're settled and holding on tight, she launches herself forward, carrying you above and away from the shadow pouring from the portal. House, you're fast. I am a dragon. From high in the sky, you have a perfect view of the battlefield. You spot the Empress surrounded by her soldiers. But on the other side of the fighting, the bigger forces is being torn apart by the Ash Empire's mages. We have to help them. How do you propose we do that? She's already turning towards your forces, waiting for your plan. So I close and blow them away. You hold on tight, she dives, her great wings creating a... You hold on tight, she dives. Her great wings creating a gust of wind that knocks Ashen troops off their feet. It's nice when your friend's her own weather pattern. Rise off you a deep purple smile and turns on a dime, sending another baton flying, battalion flying. Now let's go get your mother. Your forces charge in your wake as Valak swoops toward the Empress. Clusters of Ashen soldiers still lie in your path, and Valak steps toward them. Valak, you should put them to sleep. You cling to Valak as she rears back, her skeleton mouth opening wide. Sleep. An icy silver fire erupts from Valak, scorching the soldiers beneath her. She cuts a path through the army. I feel sleepy. Her one touches and drops where they stand, limbs sprawled widely, unconscious but alive. Wave your soldiers away from the sleeping Ashen as you continue on. The soldiers taken care of, to the path leading right to the Empress, who now stands nearly alone. She's unprotected. Let's get her. Gladly. The Empress turns just as you approach her. Eyes going wide, she sees your rapid approach. Wells crashing into her. You brace yourself as Valak dives. The wind whips past you. The ground comes so fast, you're left breathless. No. It's all she gets out before you crash into her. Valak's massive skeletal body protecting you from the force of the collision. Gwar. The Empress flies back, her scream tearing across the battlefield with the concussive force of a colossal explosion. Relax! Your Valak's a drone, the force of it knocking you from Valak's back. She slams into the ground beside you, reverting to her usual form. That's what she did when you didn't clean your room. Valak was out of pain laugh. That hurt. Then why are you smiling? Because it's time to finish this. They're right, it is. Look up to find your friends in your back, and they help you to your feet before you turn to face the Empress. You're a dragon rider. You did that. Alright, let's show her what the United Realms can do. Does that mean I rode Valak? Unpause. Play. Make it to a show. A show you find on a certain site that I can't say here, you know what I mean? You are charged forward together, moving as one as you close the distance between you and the Empress. Okay, just so I'm clear, Faust is on our team now. Not the worst ally you ever made. She wishes to make up for the wrongs of her mother. I, for one, am all for it. And so am I. Well then, welcome to the party, princess. Suddenly, Tora yanks Alex down. Suddenly, Tora yanks Alex down as the arrow sails over her head. Nia repels it with a swirl of her hand, sending it back from whence it came. Nia, can I get a little light over here? Nia flings up her arms, banishing the darkness of the shadow realm, as light bursts into glorious being above the soldiers, bright as the sun. There she adjusts her stance, and an invisible force shoots out of her hand. Light, magic, and shadow united as one. True magic. Out of her way. Several soldiers stagger back, arms raised, making them easy targets for Mao, who set the flurry of dagger strikes at their legs. Soldiers, be at Digby in the morning. Then suddenly, there's nothing standing between you and the Empress. Now, magic weapons at the ready, you all rush her together. Mother! Alex tears past her mother's defenses, her glaive wrenched from Tyrell's glittering eyes. Her glaive wreathed in Tyrell's glittering eyes. Each slice along the mother's skin leaves ash and fire. The Empress takes a desperate swipe at her child, only to be met with a cloud of crimson smoke as Aaron arcs a bottle to land just below her feet. I'll not let you win. Get her, Elrond. Using the smoke as cover, you draw her attention to one side, while Mao slices the Empress's hand, interrupting her casting. Mongrel daywalkers! Until thousands of years, and you still haven't come up with new insults. Aaron tosses the bottle to Dora, who smashes it on her axes as the bell sets in the light. And Dora launches herself at the Empress, raining down her with a flurry of razor-sharp swipes the tyrant can barely deflect. I really hope this works. Close the distance with your Empress, willing yourself to move in and out of reality in the blink of an eye, running blow to blow. Miss me again. Stop moving, you little worm. Suddenly, she throws her arms wide, in a wall of shadow. You concentrate and blink out of this reality as quick as you can, but the umbrella barrier clips you at the last moment, and you lose your footing. Ash Empress leans down, towering over you as shadow and fire crackle beneath her skin. So dies the hero of Morella. The nauseating after effects of your realm walking rises in your belly and makes your head ache as she rolls her hands together, forming a stormy orb that grows ever wider. It bursts out without warning, and shadow magic spins wildly around you. Ouch! She's draining her life force. Not just ours. You follow his gaze to the battlefield, where strands of shadow have latched on to every person there, even those in the Ashen Army. The tendrils grow and grow. The magic gathers in front of you, so powerful you can feel the force of it from feet away. Nia twists against the dark bonds, turning toward the Empress. Mother, Goddess, my Lady of Grey, please stop. We know what Nefar did to you. It is wrong, but it doesn't mean you have to wrong others. There's the slightest tremor of coils of shadow for a moment, swallows crack in ice long frozen. Yeah, it's working. Keep going. The Emperor scoffs. What do you know of Nefar? We know she and the other gods punished you for trying to stop the division of the realms. We know it was wrong, and we appreciate your sacrifice. We know you're capable of creating good things. You made Valix, after all. Valix is a blunt instrument, an extension of my will. I don't think you would believe that. Not really. For a moment, you think you might be getting truth to her. Then you feel the tendrils of shadow tighten, blistering your skin with crackling cold. You know nothing to sacrifice. You didn't get a god to care about you, lurking in hollows like ghouls. I'll make you beg for the so-called mercy of your benevolent dictator, if I am Drew, as I'll make you watch as the eyes go wide, and an obsidian blade wreathed in golden light pierces Drew's chest from behind. She falls to her knees as the energy along the sharp edge fuses the shimmering, nearly invisible true magic. Phallus comes around her shoulder to turn the blade, so Mother is forced to look at her. You gave me life, but I choose what to do with it. Silence falls across the battlefield. As mother and daughter stare at each other for one final moment. And I choose and yours, for save the action and the good of the realms. Phallus gives one more brutally efficient flick of her wrist. The glowing lava beneath her mother's skin hardens to ash, for the wind carries the cinders away. The sound of battle rapidly fills your ears again as the fighting starts anew, and your friends leap back into the fray. Why are they still fighting? They're free now. There's no need for more violence. The battle's over. Their last order were to fight, so that is what they'll do. Can't you give them new orders? They won't listen. Not now. Especially not to the person who killed the Empress. And that's how freedom works, I'm afraid. But we have bigger problems. And what can be bigger than the Empress? Phallus points Drew a nearby portal, where you see a fresh wave of soldiers marching towards you. The rest of the army is still coming. The rest? You mean this isn't all of them? There are whole legions on their way. They may not realize my mother's gone after they raise White Tower. They need to rally. You can try to... Phallus lifts a hand to silence you. Pain stares clear in her eyes. There's only one way to end this. And to seal the final rift. Together. He's right. It's the Watcher wanted me to do. Maybe he knew this was the only way to stop the fighting. If there's another way to solve this, I cannot see it. Together, you follow the vibrations last remaining rift, which has been torn open to a small portal. Phallus steps through it and faces you. You have to guide me. I've never done this before. Just imagine this place as it should be. Imagine a rift stitching together, piece by piece, to the barrier is whole. But we ready to jump back through for close all the way. I can't. So must stay to dismantle what remains of Mother's empire. So must make things right. She reaches through the portal to clasp her hand, her eyes shining with tears. Thank you for leaving me alone. I'll never forget you. Alex, I love you. Alex, I love you. I was not created to be loved. Too bad. I love you, Alex. I love you. As the first tear spills over, she grabs you into her fierce embrace and an even fiercer kiss. One stolen moment in the midst of madness, sweet laced with sorrow. I love you too. I know. You clasp her hand, and she squeezes yours in return. 1,000 unspoken words passing between you as you begin to gather your magic. Then she steps back, and there's no more time. Your vision of magic slowly stitching together. You stare into Phallus' sorrowful expression. Wait. The magic halts and slips away as you turn to find your friends converging on you, breathless and panicked. You must do this. You restore the barrier. No more portals, no more armies, no more war. You mean no more magic? Remember what Vladimir said? The barrier's restored, magic will die. Maybe that's for the best. Or it will simply do more harm. Believe something will do good does not make it so. Trust me. If you don't close the barrier, shadow magic will still be a corrupting force. And light magic will still cause people their lives if they use too much of it. It needs to be destroyed, Elrond. The Watcher said that if we tear the barrier down, the two realms will collapse on top of each other. They've been apart too long. Worlds will collide. People will die. Can't you just leave it open? What do you mean? I'm no mage, but it seems like the least pain is caused by just leaving it be. Sure, magic stays unbalanced, but it was unbalanced before. It was a little drain life between friends, right? But you can learn how to do this true magic stuff. Not everyone will be able to do. Not before they lose at least some part of their life force. Think of the children at the orphanage. How long has it taken them to learn control? You can teach them. You can teach them there. You and Elrond and Dariel. I know you could. It wouldn't be fair, Mal. The Ashen were wronged. We were wronged. But the last person who was there for that wrong just died trying to harm everyone she could. Perhaps we look to ourselves, rather than our enemies. We can make a true home in the Shadow Realm. Maybe I should make it with you. What? It wouldn't be fair for you to have to... It wouldn't be fair for you to have to do this alone. Oh, Gade, Citra, Willow, Treep, Lula, Hootis. Leave them behind. Leave us behind. I don't want to leave anyone behind. But I know what you'd be giving up if you come with me. It's up to you. If I close this barrier, I think I have to be on the other side. We'll try time to tell Cade. We have more... Fuck it. We have to decide now. More people are dying every second. This has to stop. Besides, Gade's a storyteller. He'll help everyone understand. You want to believe that? You have to believe that. No way we're leaving you. Not a chance in the world. Wherever you go, Elrond, we go to. Exactly. I agree. I still don't think it's the best course of action. The only way to restore things to how they were meant to be is to destroy the barrier entirely. It might hurt in the short term, but in the long run, perhaps it's the only thing that can save us. That magic can save. That can save magic. It's not gonna save everyone, yeah. That's the problem. I'm a Mao, but there's no easy answer. They've never risked this stuff. It's up to you, Elrond. You trust you make the right decision. You always do, don't you? You can see the rest of the Ashen forces behind Valus rapidly getting closer and closer. I'll buy you the time you need. So make it quick. Before you can say another word, your friends charge into the Shadow Realm to hold back the oncoming army. What will you do, Elrond? We should keep the realms connected with portals. That army is made of your people. Reason with them. Elrond, they likely think I just stayed the coop. I did just stay the coop. Exactly. And it was the right call. So they will follow you if you give them a reason. And what reason could be worth it? You don't seal the rift. We need the realms connected. Just like this. We open portals. Magic people can move freely between both. And we all prosper. So anybody get our forces to stand down. The Ashen advance on you. A wall of danger is standing into the stormy distance. You and your party are the only things standing between them and the light's ruin. Get out of the way, traitor. Ashen, we negotiated a truce. The Daywalkers. She gives you a sheepish look. Sorry, force habit. No offense taken. We don't want to choose. We want Daywalker blood. They're keeping us in the light realm. No, we're not. Wave a hand to your friends to pull them back. Let the Ashen drew. What? Let them drew. The forces withdraw, giving the Ashen no resistance as they edge toward the portal. Alex's soldiers look around, bewildered. She raises her voice. You were asked to give up your lives and enter the light realm, but you need to fight nor die to do so. This and other portals we open for more. Let's be the beginning of a long overdue exchange between our peoples. An exchange my mother didn't want, but one we deserve. They're just letting us through? It's a trick. There's a lot of us demand to cross over, burn us with the light. It's not a trick, I promise. We're sorry for what happened. We want to learn more about you, but only if you want to as well. If not, we'll leave you in peace. You believe them, Princess. Faust is over at you, a soft smile on her face. They do. An uneasy silence settles over the battlefield. The Ashen look at one another, waiting for someone to make the first move. But then, stop fighting. Stop fighting. The princess said stop fighting. The Empress is dead. One soldier and then another face off from their ranks, pushing each other with relief, yet even joy, as they move through the crowd. We're going to the light realm. We're going to the light realm. I think that's about as ringing as an endorsement as we're ever going to get. So right now, we just leave a portal here for everyone to pass through. Magic will to pass through as well, which should make it easier to practice with light and shadow combined. Maybe even slow magic's decay. This will change everything. Not everything. There'll still be good guys and bad guys. And which one are you again? I got the same view, Princeling. Fair point. There's still plenty of people who need our help, especially after this. Things will change. Let your gaze take in your friends, and even with the impossible task ahead of you, your heart lifts. But we saved the world twice now. Third time's the charm, right? Elmont, hero of Morella, savior of the realms, and champion to all. You mastered 14 of 14 skills. You built 3 legendary weapons and read 6 of the Lord Droplets. You completed 27 of 27 side quests. Congratulations, you collected all the Lord Tablets and unlocked the bonus scene. Leaving the portals open has allowed people to move freely between the realms, causing trade and new cities to flourish. However, those who live in the light realm are still susceptible to corruption, while those who live in the shadow still risk sickness from light exposure. Magic has also begun to weaken at points that are far away from the portals. But there's a flow of magic near the portals themselves, leading many people to congregate there. In the throne room at White Castle, in the throne room at White Tower Castle, and he speaks with the king. I think it would be wise to grant the Ashen their own land here. A bold proposal. The dwarves and the goblins have already agreed to cede parts of their lands to the Ashen. They're even given some of their titles. Ashen Lords. It's gone a long way toward making them feel at home and accepted here. It will do even more if you offer them the same. I have no objections. Can we discuss the specifics at a later date? It takes some time for my advisors to come up with a suitable plan. Of course. Off in the most remote reaches of the realm, Mount Tyrell examined the walls of the cave and the strange relics they hold. Oh, what's this? Then something shiny catches the light as he pulls forth a valuable-looking relic. Feels like it's still got some pretty powerful magic in it. How much do you think something like this would go for? You don't want to sell anything until I understand its purpose, and more importantly, its historical significance. You're no fun. What? Are you even ready to come back? Look at the writing on this wall. Do you recognize the language? Just looks like it goes to me. It could take some time to decode. Oh, now you look happy. You step fully into the room, and they both turn to grin at you. There you are. What happened to that chamber you want to explore? It's collapsed. Couldn't get more than a foot past the doorway. That's bad luck. Oh, well, we have you. Take a look at these carvings. You step up to the wall. To your surprise, One or two twisted words actually make sense. I think this means creation, and this one's definitely about time. She bring a copy back to Alex. She got all the Watcher's memories still. I bet she'll have it translated in no time. At the very least, just was like Kate, etc. It's time to get going though. I have a meeting with the Council of Houses. Have you had any luck getting to adjust? The coalition is making progress. We have a number of Ashen dwarfs who have settled in Undermount, and the work on the new city is progressing well. I do wish they would let go of this exhausting idea of making all the buildings out of marble, so... Marble? All the weapons are done. Are you sure you want to come with me to the council meeting? Not for all the money in the world. Wait, did you hear that? A low gurgling comes from the back of the room. When you squint into the darkness, you see a pair of glowing eyes. Chat later. Fight now. You ready, off boy? Always. Grabbing your weapons, you charge into the fight. Out at sea, Victoria stands at the wheel of a ship, the sun shining down from above. Lots of them spotted off the starboard bow. The wreckage. Victoria raises an eyeglass, surveying the floating bits of wood. Only one way to find out. The sea may be with us, but I'm not sure even she knows how this shadow ocean works. You step out fully onto the deck, and Victoria glances back over her shoulder with a grin. Look who finally decided to wake up. I wouldn't have needed to sleep in so late if you hadn't kept me awake half the night. You complaining? Never. Just came upon a mystery in the water. Think you can hold your breath long enough to find out what's waiting for us down below? Is that a challenge? You know it. Laughing, the two of you leap over the side of the boat and plunge into the water. In the newly regrown deadwood, Aaron strides through the goblin village, his arm full of sketches. Forest friend, we brought you back under our boat. We welcome you back under our bows. The final plans for the village are complete. He spreads the blueprints out across the table, using rocks to hold down the edges of the paper. I found the best tree for your community center, and the perfect materials are on their way. We should be done in time for the Golden Seal Festival. We and the trees bow to your continued generosity. You deserve only the best, my friends. A bed of grass invites you to rest. Sit. I'll fetch water. You step out of the nearest house, wiping sawdust from your hands as you approach. You just put the finishing touches to Will's house. Ahead of schedule. She's amazing, Avon. Hey, you're the brains. I'm just the muscle. You take the seat next to him and nod to his sketchbook. What are you designing now? It's actually a personal project of mine. His cheeks color a deep red. It's a portrait of you, actually. Aaron, that's so sweet. Please don't besmirch my reputation as a morally gray anti-hero like this. I had to break to you, but you've been single-handedly destroying that reputation for weeks now. Perhaps we could take a walk down to the lodge and rekindle a bit of that old mischief, a trip down memory lane. There's a light in his eyes that draws you in for a swift, teasing kiss. That sounds perfect. Will strides deeper into the forest, startled by a low growl. Hey now! The shadow hound crouches low, his eyes fixed on a flock of birds. Sighing, Willow shakes her head and scatters the birds with a thudding noise. Your belly's full enough of the feast we shared with you this morning. We take only our fill. He even put upon a sigh. The shadow hound rises and trots willingly after Willow as they wind deeper into the woods. In the town of Riverbend, Eleni sits outside the smithy, her eyes bright with excitement. Hey, well, little one. Bring that pot straight back to your mama, you hear? I will. Thank you for fixing it. Well, You take your mother for herself. She was right. They fixed my sore shoulder right up. They take out the pot, skip away, waving to several shopkeepers as they go. Inside the temple is Zerodon. Kate and Cedra sit close together. A stack of scrolls and carvings spread out between them. I can't believe some of these things Mounts have brought back. What? Not the book? Talking about a book written by the race made elves. You can read it because Alex knows how to translate it. Too bad it was a cheesy mystery novel. I figured out who the killer was on page 3. Never trust Nurse Deputy. Don't want to bring me a book of history. I'm just scandalous. Or maybe a salacious diary next time. Eventually, they're sure to bring back something with actual information. You don't spend your free time figuring out what these artifacts do. Gay picks up one of them, a small box with a prominent button. Raising one eyebrow, he gently presses it and curses as electricity zaps his fingers. Ow. You're laughing at me. Why didn't I tell you to start pressing? Why didn't I tell you to just start pressing random buttons? Come on, let's be logical about this. Deep on the mount, Sheep lounges on a pillow, surrounded by wide-eyed elves and platters full of tasty snacks. So I understand, of course, that I had to join this party of adventurers. It was clear they would be lost without me. I heard you saved them all from Elephant Dracna. 15 at least. How many crows every time you tell the story? Sheep huffs, then turns to Zara and Lula. Are you comfortable enough? When you're under a pillow, or something else to snack on? I'm just pregnant, Dreep. Until I update you, I can walk, and sit, and fly around to chase you. I know. Soon, we'll have a whole litter of little nestbirds running around. I can't wait to tell them all about how I helped everyone save the world. Inside Ren's house in White Tower, Fever brings dinner to the table and sets it in front of Mal. So, you're in the temple, and Terrell's down, and 3 of these monsters are closing on you. And I'm down to 1 knife and my killer smile. With just 1 killer smile, more than I need to take them all out. Yeah, next time Errol comes over, I'm gonna eat the red for all this, cause I know my brother is not that cool. I'm offended. So am I. We keep trying to fat chat him, I never bring up one by. And I love him. In a remote village, Isadora and Ira make their way through the streets, oblivious to the distinct growling sounds. Is every place we go so dirty? I long for civilization. I don't know. How does village quaint? Look out! An enraged owlbear rushes straight down the village street, scattering people in front of it. Isadora glares, holding out one hand, and the owlbear skids to a stop. Make it a peasant shriek, and it's giving me a headache. Go away. Completely cowed, the owlbear scampers off into the woods. Thank you, lady. You saved us. Today was in my way. What she means is that you're very welcome. We're glad we could help. I am more glad there was a simple clean glass in this village, or a passable bottle of wine. You and Valix find yourselves outside of Undermount. Members of the council houses gathered around. Okay, are you ready? 1, 3. 1, 2. Now 3. You and Valix perform the task you've gotten so good at. Open a new stable portal near the entrance of Undermount, so that shadow and light magic come together. Oh, I can feel it already. The magic, it feels stronger. This is how it's meant to be. Both halves together. Well, as much as they can be now. Thank you. Thank you so much. You step away to give the elves some privacy, and Valix leans close to you. I'm grateful that we can help these people, but your gratitude makes me uncomfortable. Not ready to be the hero gorilla, huh? I don't blame you. The town sounds fancy, but most comes with a lot of work. The work isn't bad, as long as I get to share it with you. The elves distracted, used to a brief, perfect kiss. You'll never have to do it alone. Who just comes up to you and rubs against your leg. You gotta stop growing, Hooters. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you when you're an adult, owlbear. I guess we'll figure it out together. 7 you stand on a high hill, looking down on this keep what's known as Shrewd Watch. Shrewd Watch, a hub for inner realm travel. I never thought I'd see the day. So, what's next? Some kind of world-saving errand, I'm sure. Actually, I was thinking about retirement. What? Elrond, you can't be serious. Don't worry, I'm not. As long as I'm needed, I'll be there. Just like how I know you will be too. You can't let you have all the fun. Of course we'll be there, Elrond. Whenever you need us. Whenever the world needs us. And maybe sometimes when you don't. Especially when you don't. Oh, okay, thank you too. The evening party stand for one more moment, thinking of everything you learned and everything you lost. Staring up into the newly bright purple sky, it feels like anything is possible. Well, I'll actually clear my joke because I don't want to. I like the sound of it. From the bottoms of our hearts, thank you for coming along on an adventure that has been Blaze of Light and Shadow 2. Anyone can be a hero and change the world. All you have to do is try. But first, a hint of what's to come. It's still going, by the way. Hey, Bottle. Deep in the world below, and then the world below that, there's a city where it always rains. But deep within that city, there's so much light. A big and shiny beneath the clouds, with a ceiling filled with moss, whose waves glitter and glisten as they burn. And in that bright place, a servant is about to be unmade. Forgive me, my queen. Forgive him, for he knows not what he's done. These creatures cannot be taught. We taught that long ago. I was too gentle in my hope, but that is my burden to bear. The queen is gracious, the queen is kind, but she is also practical. She knows that when a sword is broken, it must be forged anew. Let us now, my child. Do not be afraid. I invite you to be part of me again, just as I invite your pupil, little Elrond. And so the servant ends as he began, a well of light like a dying star. I wonder, what are you made of, Elrond? And what will you become? Will I tell you a story before you end? See you soon, Van Walker, in Book 3. In Book 3. See you again in Book 3. Goodbye.